half of Gen Z men no longer actively even trying to date. They're not even trying. And so the question is, well, why isn't that happening for women? Women, first off, are dating older. They want more economically and emotionally viable men, and that usually means older men. In addition, when young women are lonely, they have much better social networks. They have much stronger friend networks, whereas guys become kind of lone wolves and kind of literally sequester from everyone and everything.
If you want a traditional wife, then be a traditional man. You cannot ask for stay-at-home wifey privileges if you don't have stay-at-home wifey money. You want me to clean the kitchen? I'm happy to clean the kitchen if I get to wake up at 10. I get to clean the kitchen, I get to go lounge by the pool, and then you come home at night. Like, sure, no problem. But if I'm waking up at the crack of dawn with you, we're both going to our two very demanding jobs, and then coming home, don't ask me for anything you're not willing to do.
Would you agree that men are socialized to be gentlemen that protect and provide for women?
No. That's comical. Definitely not. That's funny.
Maybe half of them.
I agree that men are supposed to be the ones that protect a woman. That's what they're socialized to be.
Socialized to be gentlemen? I do not think so anymore. I do think that there is still a pressure to protect and provide, but I think that we've lost a little bit of the gentleman manners and courtship along the way.
These modern women think that a man is supposed to want what she wants. I say the plan, I announce it, you're supposed to want it too, right? If your vision is different from mine, then you must not really even like me. You gotta be exactly like me.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying this, but she's single simply because she hasn't met a man who's better at being a man than she is. And she's tired of being with men who expect her to do everything while they do the bare minimum. Men today talk about 50-50, ask what she brings to the table, and expect to be chased like they are the prize, while she's the one carrying the weight and holding it all together. After a while, a woman stops feeling like she has a partner and starts feeling like she has another responsibility. And a lot of women would rather stay single and at peace than be in a relationship where she has to lead a grown man.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
See, most guys stay in bad relationships for one reason. They're just scared they won't find another girl. Most guys get into a relationship from like a place of fear of losing the girl, and a fear that they won't find another one. But before you commit to a woman, you need to know something about yourself. You need to know that if the relationship ended tomorrow, you'd be completely fine. Because when you're not scared of losing her, you stop tolerating the disrespect. And it's because of that fear of losing her, you just let her disrespect you continuously. And because you're too scared of losing her and you're scared you're not going to find another one, you just continue letting her do it. Once you learn you can find another one, that's when you're truly ready for a relationship and you can stop being disrespected and be valued as a high value male.
I'm like the take home to mom kind of girl. Every day I get asked out like 5+ times a day on a date. But I like that because they know I'm the kind of girl you want to bring home to mom. And they know I'm the kind of girl you ask on a date. You don't just hit on and flirt with. They're like, can I take you to dinner? Can I take you to a concert? They know I'm like a high value woman. And that's how I try to carry myself, is like, I don't do I was offered to do it. I said no, because I have daughters. I've been offered money to add back on Snap and send pictures. Nope. I carry myself a different way, and I'm different than LA girls and Miami girls and Scottsdale girls. I'm not your typical girl. I'm like the take home to mom kind of girl. But I love that because they treat me better. They're like respectful. They probably spend more money on me. Let's be real. They're like, I would want to wife her up, you know?
And you sit up here and listen to these modern women talk about how they can't find a good man. Up to a singles event, can't seem to find a man. It's just a figment of my imagination. It's like Sasquatch. It's like Bigfoot. He doesn't exist. There are sightings, but the Loch Ness Monster. That's exactly what he is. I cannot find him. But then y'all go out here and disrespect the man, talk trash about the man. And then y'all get confused. Well, he's not showing up to a singles event. He's not showing up to a singles event. I can't really find a man to talk to me in the gym. Man, I go to the church, man. I go to the grocery store. I'm up here at the gas station at 6 a.m. creeping on men. I'm at Home Depot peeking around the corner, creeping on men. Can't find anybody. It's not a mystery. It's just that you run your mouth too much. Now, men don't want to be bothered.
It seemed like the atmosphere is different in terms of us men, what we think about, what we really want in a woman. Do you feel like you talk to some of your brothers sometimes and, you start to see the change in why we don't want to approach women no more?
I haven't approached a female in over 20-something years. But I'm thinking is that the men may feel maybe like, I don't know, like,
But
I feel afraid to go up because he may not have what he may judge that book, which we should never judge no one, and he may feel intimidated. Be with my homies over here, chilling, just having fun with the time versus going up and.
This is better considerably.
No, please don't go.
No.
Please stay.
No, I mean, you held that from me, like you intentionally didn't tell me that.
I'm sorry, please don't go.
No, hopefully you told me next time you had a kid before 6 months.
6 months? What did you do? Did you stuff your children in a closet somewhere? I mean, at least their stuff. You must have hid their stuff. Because you cannot seriously date somebody for 6 months and hide the evidence that you are a mother and that you have children. You would have to hide their stuff. You would have to lie about where you are and what you did in a day. You would have to lie about a huge part of your history. So I'm on his side because at that point, it is not just that you were not transparent. You were actually hiding things actively. And I think that man handled it perfectly well. He was calm, controlled, well-mannered. He didn't bash her. He didn't insult her. He just said it as it is, and he was taking himself out of the situation. And honestly, he could have been way more upset because he probably put in so much time and effort into this relationship within that 6 months that this sort of thing would feel like somewhat of a betrayal. That man obviously deserved better, and he knew it, so he made the king move.
And a lot of these modern women, they'll sit up here and watch a man do the things that he's supposed to be doing, act like he's supposed to be acting, and take it for granted. Fumble him, straight up. Just fumble. They try to make it seem like he's a problem. He's the one doing things that he did this, or he was this, and this. No, you're the problem. You have the issue, and it's time for you to start taking accountability for you fumbling a good man. Plain and simple, man. I did this. I talked to him this way. I was acting silly. I had a bad attitude. I wouldn't dress appropriately. I was posting pictures I probably shouldn't have posted. And he got tired of it. He told me this multiple times. He reasoned with me. He sat down and explained things to me. And yet and still continued to do what I wanted to do. And so he left. We couldn't come to agreement, which really means I couldn't stop doing silly stuff.
You gonna be alright, bro. I know it don't feel good. I know your wife left you. I know your girl left you. I know you thought you motherfuckers was gonna be together and do you part and forever and ever and ever. And as much as you wanted that to happen, it ain't happening no more. But you gonna be alright, brother. Don't sit there dwelling on your past. Accept the pain. Accept the hurt. Understand that she ain't coming back. The more you allow yourself to indulge in this fantasy that this woman is gonna come back into your life, the harder it is gonna be for you to pick yourself back up and move forward, brother. You got wonderful things waiting out there for you. You got wonderful women that would love to be with you. You got opportunities. Go build your business. Go get a better career. Go make more money. Go look better. Go feel better and become the best man you can be instead of worrying about that occur.
And a lot of times, what you might find with modern women is sometimes they know they're doing it and they do it intentionally, but then other times they'll do it subconsciously, where you have a man that's continuing to audition. You're still comparing him to an ex-boyfriend, Chad or Tyrone, or some sort of guy, something like that you met somewhere, that you were in a situationship with. You wrote, well, he's not like this guy, or he can't do it like this guy, and my ex set the standard, and all that other nonsense. And eventually men hear that and they leave. So a good man that you had on the hook eventually leaves because you're talking nonsense. Oh, he's not really, he ain't a real man. He didn't step up to the plate. I ain't trying to step up to no plate. I ain't trying to do none of that, because this is not a one-sided audition to where you make all of the rules. We're both trying to put our best foot forward for each other, but seems like in some form or fashion, only one of us.
I thought I knew women until I started listening to men talk about women. Oh my gosh. What you all see is so much kinder than what we see about ourselves and each other. It's so much more beautiful. And so I finally I'm creating the Celebrating Men and Marriage workshop. And I have all these things spread out that I want to put in it. And I learned a long time ago, in my early 20s, to go to the dictionary. And then later realized that if a woman ever wants to know what a man means, well, first of all, ask him. What do you mean by that?
What a crazy concept.
Crazy concept. No, they don't. They ask all their friends what he meant by that, and then they come and ask me what he meant by that. And I say, did you ask him? No. Right? But of course, you have to be safe to answer to, right? What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Boys, come here.
So when was the last time you approached a girl in person?
Right now. No, I had to holler at you. See? It's exactly
All right, I guess not right
now.
I don't know, like a week or two ago. How often do you approach girls?
Not often.
Why don't you?
I don't want to like be disrespectful, you know?
Well, why would it be disrespectful to approach a girl on the street?
Like, what's the reason for me approaching them?
Well, if you were interested and you like wanted to start a conversation.
I don't know. I don't want to come off as like creepy or like imposing. You know, I want to be respectful.
So what would be the correct way to approach a girl either on the street or in a daytime setting without being creepy?
You could say, I really like your coat. Or I could say, hey,
but you would keep walking. If I said I really like your coat, you would just keep walking.
Don't know until you try.
Well, thanks, guys.
See? It's exactly what I'm talking about.
Common approach to get my 3-step formula for meeting women in person.
I think we have to start realizing that, you know, when we talk about dating events and singles mixers and stuff like that, and men ain't showing up, maybe that's a sign. If you promote, and all of the women show up, but all of the men decide not to, for whatever reason, why is nobody stepping back to ask, now why aren't the men coming? Why aren't the men here? Man, we tried to do pickleball, they didn't come. We tried to do basketball, they didn't come. They'll come for football though. Looks like they didn't come for football. Maybe we need to start reaching out and asking, why aren't you guys coming? I mean, we had a night where we watched a football game and we had wings. We did the fight night. We did baseball. I mean, why are you guys not coming out? We're trying to do things that cater to you. And they'll tell you. And whenever they tell you, listen. Matter of fact, you don't even have to ask. You can just go in a comment section and see what men are upset about and what they're worried about, what they're concerned about. But do you think that people listen to men and what they be talking about? No, because they don't care.
I'm going on a 3-week trip without my husband, and I do not even remember the last time he stepped foot in the kitchen.
Oh my gosh.
So to make his life a little bit easier while I'm gone, I prepped 3 weeks worth of meals for the freezer. For breakfast, I made sandwiches that can be reheated in the microwave. His actual favorite breakfast is turkey bacon with scrambled eggs. Unfortunately, that doesn't reheat very well, so I couldn't make it ahead, but to still make things easier for him, I portioned up the turkey bacon on sheets of parchment like this, so he can just grab a portion, throw it in the toaster, and let it cook while he makes his eggs. For lunches and dinners, I made a ton of his freezer favorites, like this chicken pot pie, which I cheat by topping with a...
She is getting so much hate, and women in the comment section are telling her she shouldn't do that. Okay, but if this were reversed, he would probably make sure the house is secure, all of the locks work on the windows and the doors. He would probably fix anything in the house that maybe needs repaired. He would check in on her, make sure she has enough money. It's just so weird. This is what a healthy relationship looks like. Is thinking ahead and caring about your partner's needs. Also, a lot of ladies that don't do stuff like this wonder why their man gets tired and doesn't want to do anything anymore. When you take care of your man, he takes care of you. And obviously, this woman is so skilled at cooking. Like, everything she made looks so good. It was incredibly motivating to watch because it's like, I need to do better. But too often, people just go into relationships, what's in it for me? What am I getting out of this? And then they wonder why their relationships fall apart and get incredibly resentful and lots of fighting and arguing. This is how you create peace in a home.
And I think it really has come to a point to where, you know, you are really women are starting to really see men missing in action. You know, where are the men at? You know, used to be in coffee shops, or they used to be over here. They used to be everywhere. Men used to be everywhere. It's just not the case anymore, right? You know, the reason that a lot of these modern women really noticed a man is because a man was in their face, right? And so when something is in your face, then you're more likely to say, oh, no, here's one over here, here's one over there. You know what I mean? Like, say, for instance, one thing that my wife says is like, man, you know, I never noticed, you know, the type of car that you drive until I got with you. And you'd be like, they're all over the place. I've noticed them. That's why I got one, because I noticed it all the time. But that's how people, you know, if I see something, then I'm focused in on it. I'm locked into it. When men used to talk to modern women, then they were like, oh, the men are everywhere. Man's over here, man's over there. I can get a man. You know, there's a man. You'll never have to worry about a man. But now that men are kind of pulling back, they're like, where are the men at? Well, the men are still right where they've always been. They're right in front of your face. It's just you don't notice them because they don't talk to you.
Women want the man who takes initiative to make the plans, not the guy who looks at her and says, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go to eat? Whatever you want to do, babe, you decide. What she really wants to hear is, hey, I'm taking you out on Saturday night at 6. I'm gonna pick you up and we're gonna have a great night. This is so relieving. This type of initiative screams leadership, and healthy leadership brings a feeling of safety and security for a woman. That's how women fall in love, is through that deep feeling of security. Now, if you know your man is capable of this healthy leadership, but he kind of stays in that passive, indecisive zone, kind of waiting for you to lead, there's a reason why. And I explain that along with how to rebalance the relationship inside my free masterclass. Comment inspire and I'll send you the link.
How to know when to ask her out. A lot of men wait way too long before asking her out because they think they need more time, more texting, more certainty before asking her out. So they keep the conversation going, but never actually move it forward. And this is exactly how the vibe starts to play. Because if you stay in talking mode for way too long without any direction, the connection can get too stale, feel too friendly, or lose momentum. You know it's time to ask her out when the conversation is flowing, she's engaged, and she's giving you something to work with. If she's responding, asking things back, and the energy feels easy, that is enough. You do not need perfect certainty. You just need enough openness to move things forward. Like and share if this resonates, and follow for more dating tips. So this is...
Let me tell you something. You modern women got a man showing up for you for years, doing your bidding, fighting off these other men that be dogging you out, simping for you, ungrateful, pretty much buy you anything that you want as long as he can afford it, and it ain't gonna put him out. That ain't the man that you want. Show up for you, be on the phone with you, gotta go to work early in the morning, gotta get up and go to the gym, need to be grocery shopping, on the phone with you, had a business meeting, because some of these men are missing business opportunities. And you might sit up here and say, oh man, he an idiot for that. Maybe so, but he's trying to invest in you. And this is what men are trying not to do. See, I have this opportunity, but I'm trying to give you my time. And when y'all continue to waste a man's time, he says, you know what? I'm not missing no more opportunity. Well, you shouldn't in the first place. Exactly. But I did it because I thought you was going to be a good investment. And now that I know for sure, with 100% certainty, that you as a modern woman are not going to be a good investment, I'm going to be taking the business meeting every single time.
So traits of a good wife, based off of also the Bible, is a gentle and quiet spirit. That could be used and thrown as, so I'm supposed to just shut up. My husband asks me so many questions and values my voice in our marriage. And I believe gentle and quiet spirit is being emotionally self-disciplined. and having a lot of patience. The second trait is trustworthy. So she is loyal and she has her husband's back. Asking yourself, can my husband trust me? And that just goes to the first one. Can he trust me emotionally? If he comes to me and has a problem or an issue, am I going to instantly deflect? Like, can he trust me with his emotions? Can he trust that I can be in a room full of women gossiping about their husbands and I will have my husband's back and not engage in gossip? Will I run to everybody and share my husband's weaknesses with them? Or will I magnify his strengths? Do I have his back?
And modern women expect you to commit to them, right? Modern women really honestly, they want control over commitment is really what they want. They want control over your access to them, and they want control over their commitment. So they want all of the cards, which is, oh, I'm strong and independent. I don't need no man. And this and that. I can choose this man. I got this man on my roster. He does this. I got this man that does that. And I can choose any one of them whenever I would like to. Right. You can do all of that and have a fantastic life. People doing things for you. I don't know what they got going on. That might be an arrangement that you guys enjoy in some instances for a number of years. But then you, at one point in time, and this is where you get into trouble. At one point in time, you want them. At some point in time, you want a man, even if it's not that man, you want a man to commit to you, right? Unfortunately for you, that man has been seeing you act a fool out there. And now you're wondering why this man won't commit to you, why this man won't propose to you, why this man won't marry you. I've been seeing you act a fool. And a lot of men see that. They see you out here playing the field, roaming around, and then saying, I'm going to continue to roam around. You're not even doing it in private, right? They see all the stuff you're doing and they say, I don't think so. I don't want to marry a woman like that. If she's going to be out here messing with this guy and that guy, it's not the type of woman that I want. You got women out here trying to take a man for all of his money. I don't want that. That's not something that I'm looking for. You're not doing anything to beat the allegations.
The devil hates a happy marriage. Let's just say it out loud. He hates a wife who supports her husband. He hates a husband who is trying to do the right things. He wants divorce. He wants single motherhood. He wants a home with no father figure. Because when the father is removed, the whole house becomes easier to attack. The wife becomes more vulnerable. And the enemy knows that a strong, united marriage builds strong, united families. So wives, our prayers over our husbands are so much more than keeping him safe on the drive or at work. We are praying over the calling on his life. We are praying over his strength, his clarity, his leadership, his spirit. We are covering our home through him, because when he stands strong, the whole house stands stronger. The enemy wants weakness. He wants distance. He wants cold marriages and tired hearts. But he cannot have your home. Not when you pray, not when you fight spiritually, not when you go to war for the man you married. So tonight, lift him up. Speak life over him, because your marriage is worth protecting, and the devil knows it.
You know, you have a lot of men out here choosing peace, really, honestly and truly. It doesn't matter if a man is in a relationship or a man is, currently pursuing a relationship, or a man doesn't have a relationship at all. It doesn't matter, right? Men have come to the point to where, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. There's no reason for me to continue feeling like this every day. I should not have to come home from work. And it's gotten to the point to where it's not even me coming home from work. I could be at work. And even it's gone beyond me being at work. Start my day with foolishness. You help me to start my day with foolishness. Men are tired of that. I start my day with foolishness. From the night before, you had something silly going on. I get up in the morning, you still have foolishness going on. I'm at work in the middle of the day, you still got foolishness going on. At the end of the day, I come home when I should be eating dinner, watching the game, still got foolishness going on. At all points and parts during the day, you've got foolishness going on. Why in the world would I want to be around them? Y'all don't care about it because you like keeping up mess. You like drama. You like to be the center of attention. Modern women, I'll take drama. I'll take this attention, this validation, however I can get it. But men are not that way. A lot of men are not that way. They don't like that type of stuff. But you're going to keep on doing that, and you're going to wonder why a man is like, you know what? I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to be a part of this nonsense. I'm just going to stay single. I'm not going to be part of this. I don't have to do this. You're wondering why. You're going to be asking where the men are. Staying far away from foolishness.
Control your emotions and never beg for attention, love, or care. If someone doesn't want to talk to you, don't force them. Because forced relationships don't last much longer. So why shatter your soul for a temporary gain? Hold yourself together and distance yourself for the sake of your mental and emotional well-being. You're a good person. You're just trying to prove it to the wrong one. The right one will never let you beg for anything. People don't neglect those they love. They neglect either because you are no longer useful to them or they don't want you to be the part of their life. Don't ever forget that. So be strong and value your sanity. Don't try to paint a different picture of them after experiencing all the red flags. You will hurt yourself more if you carry on.
All my life I've been so confused regarding whether should I approach a man first or should I let him do the approaching. First of all, whenever I have approached a man first in my life, I have always given him enough of the hints beforehand to let him know that I like him and that he should do the approaching first. But being someone who just doesn't mind approaching and considering the fact that what if he's shy or what if he's an introvert, how the fuck do we even know that he's shy or he's an introvert? And why is this suddenly a responsibility to fix it up? And I mean that if a man is not courageous enough to not go after the things that he likes, then let him be that coward in peace, okay? Your responsibility is not to fix him. And it's not just you, by the way. He's gonna be like this in every aspect of his life, be it his career, professional life, and whatever. Your responsibility is just to give him enough of the hints that he gets to know that you like him. And that's it. Because you never know, he could be married or he could have a girlfriend, because when you enter a room and you find someone attractive and you give them hints, then there is a high probability that that guy has also seen you. And if he's not doing anything about it, then that is your answer.
Okay, so I recently went to a singles event and it was 90% women. And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes? I don't know, but they're not there. And that's cool, not like I care.
You deserve, like, that's why. So you think, like, when a woman is asking you, like, oh, when women say, oh, I want a good man. I want an honest man.
I think majority of the time that's cap.
Why you think that's cap?
Because most good men, y'all friend zone.
Okay.
I'm about to help y'all think deeper today.
So yeah, because I say good man, we ain't talking about because you like good men far as like, we ain't talking about looks and everything. A good man.
Just the qualities of a good man.
Majority of y'all friend zone because y'all don't like good boys. Y'all like bad boys. Majority of the time. Majority.
I don't like a bad boy.
I mean, I hear you.
A good one.
I mean, when I say a bad boy, I'm talking about somebody with some edge too. Like, you don't want no yes man.
No. Don't say yes.
You don't want him too sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, far as a sweet guy, not like sweet, far as sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like a sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't be like, I can take I could beat it. I might could beat it. You don't want.
Yeah, you don't want that.
You don't want that. I get it though. You know what I'm saying? But when I know a lot of good dudes, and they get friend zone, or they lame. You know
but what are they doing to be in that friend zone?
They being themselves. Women don't like that. Women don't like good dudes. Majority
they do. I'm not gonna say women. It's just some.
Y'all gotta change the way y'all talk for one.
A lot of you are not dealing with extreme men. You are dealing with men who have expectations. That's different. And you are calling it control because you do not want to adjust. And that is exactly where confusion comes in, because adjustment requires discernment. And a lot of us, we have absolutely no discernment because we have no reason.
So for looks, what are you taking?
Definitely 8 out of 10.
Okay, he's 8 out of 10 for looks. What about his height?
6'4".
Okay, we're going full height. So you've already spent $9, which means you have $6 left from the last 3 categories.
Okay, I think $75K.
Okay, $75K for $2. So you've spent $11 now and have $4 left.
Shoot. I guess I'm stuck with the 2 and 2 because I don't want.
You don't want him to cheat
on me with my best.
Right. So 2 and 2. So at $2, he's probably not going to cheat. You have to keep a close eye on him, but. Final answers?
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate it.
You want to know why relationships don't work these days? Because whilst he's out there pushing himself and making ends meet, you're only noticing the amount of times he's not showing up. Whilst he's out there doing everything he can for the family, you are only noticing that he's not texting back. He's not home enough. He isn't spending time with the kids enough. Whilst he's out there ruining his body, stressed out about the bills, consistently trying to keep you happy and meet your needs and your standards, you are consistently belittling him, disrespecting him, and making him feel like he's not worth it. There has to be a point where you take accountability for what you are also doing towards a man. It is not just men that need to take that accountability in relationships.
Men don't marry the love of their life. Men marry the woman that's there when he's ready and makes the process painless for him.
Okay, some of you are going to hate this because it's not romantic, but what she's saying is true. You're out here trying to be unforgettable to a man who isn't even marriage-minded. Let that sink in. I know there's a lot of coaches that are trying to teach you how to make him think about you and miss you and chase you, but why? This man ain't getting married. All you're doing is making it easier for him to keep you around because the intensity's high and the chemistry's high and you feel like it's going somewhere. But you're just getting strung along because you're not the one that got away. You're the one that met him before he was ready to get married, and that's why he's not going to marry you. Men don't lock down the most exciting woman of their life. Listen to me. They lock down the woman that's right in front of them when they're ready to build. Timing plus readiness is going to beat chemistry every time, like visceral chemistry. Everything else up to that point is entertainment. So if you keep ending up in almost relationships, you don't need more patience, you need better discernment. You need to spot a marriage-ready man early.
So you know what I did? I had a conversation with my kids, and I was like, listen, if I before your dad, you need to know that, first of all, he will find somebody new. It's a fact of life. He's just gonna. So make sure that you meet this person. Just know that he is going to be with somebody. Because men, and it's been statistically shown, for men, their wives are their best friend. But for women, we have lots of friends. We have a huge network of friends. So have you ever noticed, like, when a man passes away, the women are like, woohoo, they're like traveling to Italy and they're on a cruise with their friends and they're playing bridge and pickleball and they're fine. But for men, they cannot be alone. Men like to be taken care of. And so they need somebody else in their life who can do that for them.
This is the currency for me. Like, I'm giving you this with the expectation to be your woman. And I say that in the beginning.
Is it security?
No, because I be trying to not be one of them women that's like, I will not have with you until you give me a title. I try not to be that because, one, I'm an adult, things happen. So I try to be reasonable.
From a man's perspective, that's great. You know, we're like, yes, us before you secure a commitment. But from your position, I would advise against that. Because when you do that, you just basically gave up your power. At the very least, secure a commitment first that will weed out certain types of guys, hopefully. And nothing's a guarantee. We understand that. So this goes against me saying, hey, tell women to with men right off the bat. No, for women who are marriage minded, try and secure at least commitment first.
It took like 30 years, like legit. I think I got a sign. I think I'm getting tricked.
Hey ladies, let's talk about dating at 40 plus. The rules are different because everyone has potential, but it's not about who they could be. It's about who they've chosen to be at this age. If they've never been committed, if they've never been married, that's a pattern. So unless he was in a coma all these years and he just woke up, this is no longer about confusion. It's about intentional avoidance. So stop calling him a late bloomer. Stop spiritualizing it. I know you're romanticizing it, and you got to stop because some men have made it a full-time job to avoid all types of commitment. And if you're over here giving him all of your time and your hope, thinking that you're going to finally be the one that he commits to, you're probably going to be disappointed. Meanwhile, there's all kinds of men that you're ignoring that are ready, that have done the work, that know how to choose, but they don't trigger your fixer instincts, so you're not interested in them. Remember, dating is always an audition, and this guy has been dodging the job for 20 years because he doesn't want it. So pay attention to his resume. I'd rather see you with a 42-year-old divorced dad of 2 than a 50-year-old guy who just hasn't found the one yet.
All right, ladies, here are 3 wife mindsets to have when you go into the dating market. The first is to practice devotion to your husband before you meet him. And I know this is so countercultural, but you want to have the mindset that I am only one man's wife and I'm not 100 guys' girlfriend. Okay. The second is that you want to guard your heart while you're dating and not give your entire heart away to a man who is not committed to you. And we're talking about the ultimate commitment, marriage. If a man has not agreed to be your husband and to cover you in marriage, and he's not a safe space for your heart to land, as a wife, as a woman who has a wife mindset, it is not wise to give your entire heart away. And the last thing is to vet quickly, okay? Wives do not sit and play patty cake with every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes their way and says that they are beautiful. They move on quickly so that they can get to their husbands quicker. You don't want to sit here and keep entertaining a man even when he has shown that he is unsuitable and unfit to be your husband. Sheesh.
My husband's home. I'm going to do a rear-facing camera because if I have it here next to my tripod, he's going to see it and it's not going to be authentic. I'm cooking dinner. I'm in the worst mood because I'm in the kitchen and I hate it. And I'm going to see if he can make me be in a better mood because when he comes in, he does tend to be very touchy-feely. I'm going to turn the camera around, but I am going to have it leaned up sort of incognito. Oh, crap. I did 10 minutes. I don't know how long it takes him to get out of the car, so shh, be quiet. I don't even know if this is an angle. Do I look like a happy housewife? I hate cooking. What's taking him so long? I get so nervous. Hi. How was your day?
Good, man. Little dad.
He's upstairs. He's also upstairs. I love you. Love you, babe.
Love you too.
The food should be ready soon.
It's so funny to me when a man gets under the comment section and he types something along the lines of, haha, you're gonna be alone forever. Bold of you to assume that's not the American dream, right? I could either choose to be alone, have complete freedom and happiness and peace, right? Or I could choose to be with a man, baby him, take him into consideration of everything I do, push shoulders through my change my last name, all for him to decide that what I've done is not enough and still sleep with other women behind my back, right? And I have to have my whole life revolve around him for me to even be considered a good woman and a good wife. Like, be for real, right? Women are finally waking up and they're not even wanting to smell the coffee anymore. They want to smell the money. Where's the money at? It doesn't even make sense to be with you guys for free anymore, because you guys being with a man doesn't automatically make your life easier. I know a lot of women that are with men that still got to do everything they were doing before they were with that man, right? So think before you type. Okay.
Whoever you are, there's going to be somebody who like you for whoever you are. All women are not the same. They the same, but they not. They all like different stuff. They all like different types of men and all type of shit. So be yourself. Yes, the thing is, y'all believe that just because somebody rejects you, you think that's a reflection of who you are. No, she just don't like you. And that's okay. She may like black dudes or she may like extroverted dudes. You see what I'm saying? But the one over here may like a guy who's quiet and in the house and preserved. There's women who like flashy dudes, and there's women who, when you wear a chain, they like, nah, that's too much for me. There's women who like quiet men who stay to themselves, and there's women who like guys who are outgoing. There's women who like a guy to argue back and forth with them, and there's women who feel like you sassy if you do that. There's women who like a guy to be more vulnerable and open, and there's women who feel like they don't have the capacity to do that. Well, whoever you are, there's somebody who appreciates you for who you are. The key is going to find your tribe, going to find that woman and presenting yourself to that. And do you always just be yourself. That's the best advice. It's simple, but that's the best advice. It saves you a lot of, and there's no downside to being authentically who you are.
If you're married and you flirt with other people, it's not harmless. It's a symptom of insecurity. Psychology confirms that people with insecure attachment are far more likely to seek external validation through flirting and emotional affairs. And this reveals a consistent correlation between attachment insecurity and extramarital behaviors. Every flirt isn't just playful. It's you feeding a needy part that craves attention, reassurance, and proof that you're still desirable. You're quietly telling yourself, I'm not enough unless somebody else confirms it. And you're telling your spouse, you alone aren't enough for me. This slow betrayal erodes trust, intimacy, and your own self-respect. And secure people don't need to test the waters. They choose their partner daily because their worth is anchored inside, not borrowed from strangers. Flirting while married is not confidence, it's fragility. And if you're struggling with this, first, own it. Recognize that you have a problem, then fix the root of the problem with honesty and work and effort. Your marriage and your dignity deserve better than scraps from outsiders, so book a call with me if you want me to teach you how to do it. The link is in my bio.
This message is just for the ladies. If you're a guy, just keep scrolling. Do not get married. Do not. If you want partnership, that's fine. If you want to be in a commitment, that is fine. If you want to have children, that's fantastic. Do not get married. It's a trap. All of it's a trap. It is byproduct of a little boy who never had to work for his mother's affection, and therefore he grows up believing that he is deserving of everything that you try to give him in order to get a little bit of that validation back that he gave you in the beginning of the courting phase or the dating phase. Yeah, it never lasts. Do not get married. If you want a diamond ring, ladies, go and buy one for yourself. Your time here on earth is intended for you to channel and to connect to higher consciousness through your divine feminine presence. If you get married, then you end up having all of that attention diverted into taking care of other people aside from yourself. That's the intention behind it, is to get you to not understand and remember why you came into this earth as a divine, superior, feminine being. Patriarchy is... The ladies are waking up.
I cannot believe the amount of male commentators on my last video not knowing what courting is. I've had men courted me through and through, and they've had their mothers or sisters taught them very, very well on how to court a woman. And because I dropped the last person I was talking to because he didn't court me or like even talk to me like properly, I'm going to explain to the masses that courting is just basically asking her out on a date. She says yes. If you're still interested in her, then you ask her out on a date again. And if she's still interested in you, she would say yes. And you keep on repeating that process until you guys both spend time together. Until both of you guys realize you guys like each other and start doing things with each other as a team. And then you officially ask her out. That's just my experience on dating, and no male has ever asked me to plan dates. None of my girlfriends that has a long-term partner have had a male ask her to plan dates while you guys are like getting to know each other. Like, I didn't know I was supposed to take you out. I didn't know I was gonna plan a car ride for you. I didn't know I was gonna plan out like a day where we hang out together and guide you to all these places. Like, what?
A disciplined man will always look boring to a woman that's used to a dysfunctional lifestyle. You know how the women say the good men are corny, they boring. I believe that's just an excuse, because if you hear them complain like they want that their whole life, they'll pray to God for it. Matter of fact, they spend their whole life looking for it. They talk so much about us because they can't find it. And then whenever they not thinking about it, they'll tell us, oh, they just boring, they corny, or they not really good men, they pretend. It's really just a bunch of excuses. I believe women are terrified of being in a relationship with one person who treat them good forever. I just be thinking about little things like what they want from a man. Have y'all noticed they got a long list of requirements and expectations, and they keep adding more to it? Now, I don't have a problem with what they asking for, but I feel like it's something being done to avoid the fact that they don't really want. Another thing is how they complain about bad men, but they make every excuse to stay. And then when they got a good man, they making excuses to leave. And the excuse with a good man is always, I gotta leave for my happiness, but they'll complain to us about their bad boyfriends and husbands instead of just leaving for their happiness. I don't think women like being treated bad. I think they just like it better with men who not always there, who not consistent. Men who do them wrong so they don't have to feel bad about the wrong they want to do. But this might be why you get with women who complain about all their exes doing them wrong, and then they do that same wrong to you. It's probably because she was always doing that wrong, but with a man who always gone, he can't be there to see. When she finally get that man who does care, who is consistent, who does open up and want to connect, then he can see who she really is, and it begin to be too much for them. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
And a lot of these modern women, after they get tired of being strong and independent, they want to get mad at a man because he don't step in and he don't drag her by her neck to do the things that she once didn't want to do. I'm sorry. You told me that you didn't want that to happen. Well, stay out of my way. I ain't never gonna let a man tell me what to do. Da 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 da. But now that you're tired of carrying the load, you just want that man. See, what they think men are doing is they think that think about it like the NFL, right? Where very few people get a chance. And so if one go, like you just got one waiting for that man to go down. I'm just waiting for my chance. That man don't even got to go down. Just switch me in. Just give me a chance. You go out there, you get burnt. Coach sit you down. Okay, coach, I'm ready to go. I'm really ready. Not even the next game. You ready to go in the next drive. After you got burnt. Coach, that was my first time in. Put me back out there again. They think that men are that desperate to date them. That's why they think, oh man, I can always get a man like that. No. How many times, let me say this, how many times do you see an all-star? Because that's what y'all are looking for. How many times do y'all see an all-star begging to get back out there? Nope. He's not going to do it. He will go to another team. Because I have that cachet. I can do that. Oh, you don't want to play me? Oh, you want to sit me down? You don't have but a hand, and you might call it a diva, and I can't argue with you. But you ain't got but a handful of times to do that. In the middle of the season, I'm requesting a trade. Kevin Durant requested a trade. Hey, all-star athlete requested a trade, and it's gonna be granted. It's gonna be granted. So y'all thinking that y'all gonna have this bench of all-stars that when one go down, the next one up? No.